So now it's turn 5, so we're going to roll for initiative. So the British get a 9. Looking good for the Brits this time, yeah, and the Germans only get a 7. So the Brits get to go first, which means that the graph spay has to move first. So in an attempt to finish off the prorogue Exeter, the graph spay is just going to basically try to cross her T. She's back up to 6 movement now, so she's going to sail to there. And then we get the British ships have to move. These 2 ships, right, I'm going to move 4 and then turn and move the other 2. This ship, Achilles, is going to move 3, turn and move 3. There's no penalty for shooting through ships. And then finally we're going to move the Exeter. Exeter is going to do a very similar manoeuvre, going to move 3. It's a bit close. And another 3. So then we go to firing. Now, considering that Exeter is so badly battered, I think she'd better fire first. And this time we want to see if we can get that rear turret firing. So the arc, if we put the template on, yeah. So this time, for the first time in the game, the rear turret on the Exeter can fire. So when Exeter opens up, she's going to get 6 dice, 2 for each of the turrets. They're firing at normal range. That means it's a 4 or more to hit. She's got a broadside on the graph spay, so that's going to be a 3 or more to hit. These are with the main turrets. And out of that, she only gets 2 hits. Each of those does 1 dice worth of damage. So we roll them again. It's not plunging fire this time, so it needs 3s or more. Neither of them penetrated. Now, she does also have some secondary armaments, some light guns. She's got 2 of those, but these are restricted, which means you have to halve it for each one. So she's got a 1 dice. It's at long range, so it needs a 5 or a 6, down to a 4 because it's got a broadside of the graph spay, and misses. Can't fire her torpedoes again because there are none left on the starboard side. So now it's over to the Germans, and they have to state what they're going to fire at. So they're going to fire. You see, the problem is they don't want to put too much on Exeter because she'll soon be crippled. She's only got 3 points left. So do they risk? No, they're gonna plaster poor old Exeter. They're going to use 1 turret and the secondary guns on the Exeter, and they'll probably launch a torpedo attack as well. Germans have only got a range of 10 for torpedo attacks. Yeah, so we'll do that. So we get 3 dice for the forward turret firing at Exeter. We'll just check the range and things and come back. Right. So the chances of hitting are as follows. It's normally a 4+ to hit. It's at point blank range for the graph spay. Under 10 inches is point blank range. That gets a +1, so that means it's on a 3+ to hit. She's also got a broadside on there. So that's a 2+, so anything but a 1 is a hit with the forward turret. And she's got a 1. So each of those dice does 2 points worth of damage. It isn't plunging fire, so they need 3+ to cause damage. And they've caused 1 point of damage. Incredibly lucky there. Her light guns, she gets 3 dice. They're going to be at normal range, so they need 4+, down to 3+, because it's a broadside target. So it gets 3 hits, each of which does 1 point of damage, but it's at -1. So instead of it being a 3+ for her armour, it's up to a 4+. That's another point of damage. And then finally with the torpedoes, at that range at 10, it's going to be, I think it's, she's got 4, let me just she's got 4 torpedoes on each side, 1 shots again, so we're going to fire all 4. It's going to be 6s to hit using my modified rules, so the torpedoes have all missed. So the Burrow Exeter has taken 2 more points of damage. Now that is interesting because she has 3 points left, so she's down to 1 before she goes into critical damage. So if they'd have used the turret as well, she would have almost, the rear turret, she would have almost certainly gone. So now we're going to use the rear turret. And the rear turret is going to fire at the closest ship. That's going to be a normal shot at that range, which means it's a 4+ to hit. So that's 2 hits, each of which does 2 damage. It's not plunging fire. They've got an armour of 3+, so it's 3+. So that means that there's 2 hits, 1 of which is a critical. So we'll go and see what that could be. So first of all, we'll record the 2 points of damage on Ajax. And then we will roll on the critical table. 4 is a crew hit. So a crew hit is shrapnel, -1 AD, additional damage. Attack dice, I should say. So I roll the dice to see which one it is, and it's a light guns. So once again, light guns have been hit. So I record that on Ajax. Okay, well at that range, both ships are still just at long range, getting quite close. So first of all, we'll do Ajax firing. So she needs 5s and 6s to hit, gets 2 dice for the 2 turrets. No, but she has got twin linked, which means she can fire again. And this time she gets 2 hits, each of which has got 1 damage dice, but it's a -1 armour piercing, so that means that the damage that the number she needs to roll, it goes up from a 3 to a 4. So she got 1 point. And then the Achilles is going to do the same. Needed a 5 and 6, missed, so reroll. You've got 1 possible hit, needs a 4 or above, a 5, so that's 1. So it's taken 2 more points of damage. So the Graf Spee still looking quite in quite good nick at the moment. And then finally the repair phase, the only critical hit is on Exeter. She rolls a 5, so she's actually repaired the damage. Not that it will make much difference. Actually, I'd forgot. Ajax has got a critical damage as well. She rolls a 4 + 4, that's 8. It's not good enough to repair it.